RS.
Hello, doctor. I was just watching the video HRT.
Yeah. We'll talk later on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to go into morning routine now and then the morning podcast. Today is going to be art of restful awareness in the podcast. So I think it's important for everybody, Shami. I think you better listen to me. Give me 1 second. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody on every channel, on the Noon Vibe, on the Instagram, on the LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, and also the WhatsApp. Welcome. Welcome to our morning routine. And we will be doing an hour of morning routine, and then we'll release into maybe at least 30 minutes of our podcast. Today's topic would be art of restful awareness, which is important in our modern age with all this activity going on, both in our body and also in our mind. So it's kind of important on a daily basis, how we restfully be aware and then sleep well. Okay, so think about that, how it could be really revitalize our body and mind, if you follow them properly. Okay, so come on down, and we're going to do our morning routine, which is comprised of 7 principles. Four principles we do: we stretch our body, that's physically we do. While we are doing it, we deep breathe into the stretches, and we are aware and present by following the movement of breath and also the stretches that we feel in the body. Right? That's the third one. And the fourth one is any thoughts arise, let them come, but we don't want to be indulged in it. we want to be more like aware of it, okay, and not really suppressing them either. So feeling in observing the thoughts is the fourth one we do. Then we want to be responding to our task, not reacting emotionally, unnecessarily, right? That's what we do in the model work types. And we want to offer our work as service, and that also we develop here. So we kind of relate it to something bigger than us, right? And then we're going to be equanimous when we have a good stretch or bad stretch. Like that, when we have a win or gain at work, we will take them equanimously. These seven principles are put in the stretches: breathing, awareness, being in the present and not reactive, and developing a service spirit, and also being equanimous to all both of the wins and losses. Okay, so they are incorporated into this because you need to have a strong body, supple body, energetic body. That's what you get with your stretches and breathing in. And you want to have a mind that is focused and in the present, right? So to be in your presence, not in the persona. Okay. And because you don't have the persona, you won't be reacting that much, and you will be, other than you, not self-centered, more like a oriented to other people. That is what happens with that. And you are going to be equanimous space because you learn how to be equal to the left side of the body, right side of the body. How you breathe through the left nostril, left nostril. So this was thought through for the stress and strain people generate for themselves, or they're not ready with their body, mind, and heart for the work they're going to do. They're already lost in the thought. They're already worried about it, or think bad about themselves, whatever, right? So those kind of things we want to avoid. Okay. So let me see whether people in the WhatsApp. Let me put that. Okay, now they should be able to hear me. Sorry about that. So let's focus on uh, our morning routine, which starts with three deep breaths. Okay, the first breath is you can do it standing or sitting down, but make sure you are empty stomach. You have not eaten something right away, right? Then you kind of take deep breath through the nose. Let the abdominal wall raise as you take the deep breath in, and as you take the deep breath out, let the abdominal wall go towards the spine. Okay, we will do few times on this. Okay, preferably on empty stomach. That could be before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. Okay, let's start. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Now raise both your palms to the camera. You can see me on the camera on the YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, and LinkedIn too. Okay? You can hear me on the Noom Vibe and WhatsApp. Hold your elbows and show your palms to the camera at the shoulder level. And now take a deep breath in. As you take the deep breath in, take the palms up. Stretch your elbows all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Now okay, you can do as many times as you want. This you can do at any time of the day. Use this to freshen your house so often. Okay, and now we're going to do the third one. Hold your both palms together and keep them under the chin. And now take a deep breath as the elbows rise to the side. See, that is how you do it. Okay, your elbows raise to the side and the top, and your head going backward. You take deep breath in. At the top, open your mouth and whisper the word ah as you bring the elbows down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, those are the preliminary breathing exercises we bring in to ourselves. Now you can sit down or stand to do our exercises, our yogasanas. Okay, sit down if you want to sit down, or stand up if you want to stand up. Okay, either way you can do. We're going to stretch our body while deep breathing, right? So show me the palm by extending the left elbow to the front. To the camera, you're showing the left palm. And use the right hand to bring the fingers towards you by stretching fingers and the wrist. 3 breaths. Okay, and now point the fingers down, bend at the wrist, and then palm is towards you, and bring it towards you by applying pressure from the right hand. Do the same on the right side. Show me the right hand, and with the left hand, pull the fingers towards you. Bend at the wrist and the fingers. Now, point the fingers down and pull them towards you. Okay, now hold on to the elbow and bring it towards the left elbow. Hold it with the right hand and bring it to the right shoulder. You do the same on the other side. Right elbow with the left hand, pull it towards the left elbow. When you see me, it's much easier. So go to Instagram, go to other channels. Okay. Now hold on to the left wrist with the right hand, raise it above your head, and pull it towards the right shoulder. Do the same on the other side. Okay. Now keep the left hand on the left elbow and hold on to the the left hand on the left shoulder, and hold on to the left elbow and pull it up, up, all the way up. It down. Same thing. Right hand to the right shoulder and hold on to the right elbow with the left hand and push down. Okay. Now hook both hands together and pull them apart, like with strength, and then that also gives you a good stretch. Okay, and now come to the Namaskar Mudra and raise the hand, both hands Namaskara all the way up, all the way up. Hold it there. Now, while breathing out, bring the hands behind your head. And as you take a deep breath, take them up, all the way up. 8 times you want to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring them down and keep them at the front. Okay, and now as you take it to the left shoulder, turn the head to the right, and as you breathe out, bring it back to the center. Now as you breathe in, go take the hands to the right, head goes to the left. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it could be a little confusing, but that's okay. Now raise both your hands to the side, fingers pointing to the periphery, and now make a round with the fingers of both hands at the periphery. 3, 4, 5, 6, slow, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, slow, deliberate, with your attention on the turns, on the aches, or whatever you feel in the shoulder. 17, 18, 19, 20. Now stop and go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that is for the shoulders a little bit, right? And you can do more varieties on the shoulders. Okay, and now raise both hands to the front, palms facing each other. Okay, and now turn the palm outward and swing as you bring the hands to the side and the back, and let the head go back. Come back to the front. Now raise both hands a little above shoulders. Turn the palm outward. Swim. Bring the hands to the side. Let the head fall back. As you breathe out, bring them forward. Third level. All the way up. Turn the palms out. Then take them to the side. Okay? That is more for the shoulder. Okay? Take 3 deep breaths. You remember 2 A's and 3 B's. Number 1 is be aware. That means be here and now. Not in your thoughts, but in awareness. Second thing is alignment. What are the alignment parts? Body, breath, and the brain. Your body, you are aware of what's happening in the body, and you are synchronizing with the breathing. That's the second B. Third B is your mind, your brain is here also. Okay, but this time it has to be like that. So you can cultivate not only a strong body, flexible body, energetic body, but you will cultivate a mind that is in the presence. Okay, that is here and now. And if you can do that all day, you will not have a lot of problems of the stress and burnout. Okay, let's now start some asanas. Okay, as we do them, we will feel them. Okay, if we want to sit down, you can sit down, or if you want to stand up, you can stand up too. So I'm going to stand up, and then I'll bring the chair in front of me. If you want to do that, you can do that. Okay, so what it is stand behind the chair and use the chair if you need, otherwise you will not. Then lift up your foot and touch your buttock. One. Both sides. 1, Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And now you can take out the hands if you want, or you can hold on to the chair, but march in place. 1, left, right, okay. Left, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. You can do as much as you want. Okay. Now lift up the knee as you raise your foot. Okay. All the way up. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now spread your legs wide and then go to the right and go to the left. Go to the right as low as you can and go to the right like this. Lunge facing forward to the camera. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there you go. And then you turn your left foot towards the left side and turn your body to the left side. Keep your hands on the hips and then lunge to the left. 1, 2, 3. Right leg is away. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now turn forward and this time turn the right leg to the right side and keep the hands on the hips and then lunge to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And now turn forward and raise your hands. And as you go back, take a deep breath and make your scapula meeting each other and head back forward. And as you breathe out, bring it forward, both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Keep the legs wide apart like that and then raise your hands. And then as you breathe out and bring the right hand to the left knee and left hand goes back. Do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there you go. So you can do the range of them to the side bends, to the back bends, and all of that. Okay. Let us do forward bend and backward bend first. Then we'll do the side bends. Okay. Keep your both feet together, and you could take the chair if you want to. Otherwise, you don't have to. And then bend forward and bring the hands to the side of the chair and go down slowly as your head falls forward. Keep the knees straight. Go down as much as you can. Now come up slowly and release the hands and put them on the hips and let the head fall back for the backward bend. Certain movements that will help your mind. Now spread legs a little apart and run them down on the side. The right hand goes below the right knee and left hand comes up straight. And do the same on the other side. One, two, three, three, four, four. Last one, five, five. Okay. So we are doing not only marching, not only a little bit of jogging, and also side bends and forward bends and backward bends. Okay. So this is how we do a stretch, bends, and aerobic activity, and also some asanas. You can do some asanas sitting down. Let us sit down. Okay. First of all, sit on the edge of the chair and lift up both feet if you can together forward by straightening your knees as much as you can, all the way up, and hold them and keep the hands by the side of the knees, both of them, and hold it. You are using chair as the fulcrum. Okay, that is the Navag act. Okay, this is the boat pose, we call it. Okay, and now cross left leg over the right leg and pull down to the uh, right right ankle with the left ankle wrapped around it, and now put the right hand under the left hand and breathe. 5 breaths. This is the eagle pose. Two alternates. Left foot comes down, right knee comes over the left knee, and the right ankle wraps around the left ankle, right? And now left hand under the right hand. Okay, that is sitting eagle pose. Okay, now spread both legs a little wide apart and come to Namaste posture. And now, as you turn towards the left thing, right elbow comes down and left elbow goes to the side, and you turn your head to the left and look at the back. 5. Okay, now to the opposite side. Left elbow comes in between the legs and right elbow goes to the back, and you turn and twist your body to the right. And come to the center, and you will be going up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, and raise your heels and come up on the toes. You can do it on the standing too, which is good, but this is also good enough. Okay, and stay there for 5 breaths. Don't underestimate the simplicity of this yoga. If you do them, hold them, and breathe into them, they are very effective to regenerate your energy and flexibility and strength too. Sthira Sukham Asana. Stable, comfortable posture is asana for the body. And when you combine with the breath, you will be controlling your mind also. So coordinate your body, breath, and the brain. Okay. And now we're going to clasp both your hands together and stretch them forward and then take them up all the way and stretch towards the sky and raise on the toes again and stay there. Now twist your body and turn to the left side and turn your head over your shoulders to the back. Three breaths. Come to the center and this twist to the right side. Turn the head over the right shoulder to the back. And release. Okay. So you can do any number of exercises like that. But we will go into uh, breathing exercises now because we have had enough stretching of the body. So breathing, we will start with three abdominal based breathings. Doesn't mean that you breathe into the abdomen. The abdomen will be going up and down. Okay. So you will be actually breathing deep into the lungs. Okay. So first one is called Kapalabhati, where you breathe out the air as the abdominal wall goes in, and that is all done in one moment. Okay, so do as many times as you want. Don't compare, don't compete. Do your capacity. Okay. 60 times. Okay. But you can do as many times as you want. This is only 1 minute waiting. Ideally, you want to do 5 to 15 minutes of this day, of this every day. Okay, that's a very good for you. Okay, start very slow. 1 minute is good enough. Okay, but you can go 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes like that. And now we're going to do what's called Agni Sara. This is a real metabolic stimulator and really good for you. What you do is first take a deep breath in and then breathe it out completely and hold the breath there. While holding the breath, you move the abdominal wall up and down. I will do up to 20 minutes. You can watch my right hand on the abdomen. Breathe in 3-4 times. It's very tough. So it looks like very simple. But if you do properly, you will get the good benefit. Okay. And always do it to your capacity. Do only 2 or 3 times if you can do only that. And now we're going to go to the third one, which is three bandhas. Three of the bandhas. Bandhas means you suck in the lower abdomen, that's the one, and upper abdomen, that's two, tuck in the chin to the chest. Three. Three bandhas, you assume the posture and stay there for a few seconds. Okay. Breathing out, contract the abdomen. Come up, breathing in, and that's good. Okay. That is three bandha. Now we're going to go to alternate nostril breathing. Anuloma Viloma. Okay. Nadi Shodhana, call it. Okay. So prepare the right hand by bringing the index finger and the middle finger to the base of the thumb and let it stay there. Now you have the thumb and the ring finger to close alternate nostrils. Thumb to close the right nostril. First do that. Then close your mouth and take a deep breath through the open left nostril. Now close the left nostril with the ring finger, let go the thumb and open the right nostril and breathe out through the open right nostril. Keep the mouth closed. And now you take a deep breath through the open right nostril, close it with the thumb, let go the ring finger and open the left nostril and breathe out through the open right nostril. That is 1 cycle. Started with the left. So let's go and do 4 more cycles, starting with the left. Two cycles complete. Three complete. Four complete. Five complete. Okay, so there you are. And now we're going to go to the Brahmari, bumblebee. For this, you use all your fingers. Use the thumbs to close both ears and keep it closed while the exercise is happening. Okay, close them and then keep your index and middle finger on the forehead. Close your eyes and keep the ring fingers on the eyes and let the little finger hang around the mouth. Now close the mouth and do all the breathing 5 times through the nose. Breathe in, but while breathing out, say or sing like a bumblebee. Okay, that's it. Okay. You may feel like coughing, that's fine. So, but a lot of throat secrets will go away with this exercise. Keep this about it. So these are, we did so many varieties now, right? I'm only showing you briefly, but you get a lot more benefit as you develop your capacity slowly and you reach your capacity and repeat that every day and iteratively increase the intensity, increase the time and all that. Okay, this is only just a touch. Okay, but if you really do it sincerely every day, you will get a lot of benefits. Okay, and now let's do Sheetal. What you do is you hold your tongue and breathe through the folded tongue in and close the mouth and breathe out through the nose. Very, very good for thirsty people. Like that, okay? First, fold the tongue and breathe through in. Okay, that's how you go through that. Okay, so that is Shitali. Now we're going to do what's called Shitkar. Here, you clench your teeth, open your mouth, and breathe through the clenched teeth. And then close the mouth and breathe out through the nose. Like that. You can go on doing that if you want to. Okay. Now we have come to the final of our breathing, which is Om divided into three sounds. A, U, Ma. If you utter A, as you take the deep breath in and as you're breathing out, you say Ah like that. That acts on the energy channels of the abdomen. That is yoga teaches you. And if you take Wo, energy channels of the chest. And if you say Ma, energy channels of the neck. Okay, let's do that. First, take a deep breath in each time, and when you are doing breathing out, do the utterance. You have to say out loud, otherwise you won't get the resonance benefit. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's the ah. Fine. Now let's do first take a deep breath. Now, ma for the neck. Ma. 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 Okay, you can do as many as you want. And now let's do Omkara together 3 times. Okay, take a deep breath in. Om is the word we want to do. Okay. So when you do this single Omkar mantra, nothing to do with the religious or anything, you get pure energy. Okay, it's connected with the life energy. Okay. So practice that if you want to. Some school children walking, they do this and they're not tired. There's so much evidence of that. And now we're going to go to the Shambhavi Mudra, which we'll do to really be with who we are. You remember we have A, E, I, O, U. A for awareness, awakeness, alertness. E for energy. We are energized during the practice, right? I am certainly am. I don't know about you. And then you have an insight into what is the stress, how it is caused, and then how you should develop the resilience by doing this practice in the morning. Listen to everything and apply everything. The more you apply, the better you will be equipped with enough resilience to face the life that has stress and all that, right? Then you'll be easy, okay? And now, um, I is for the insight, O for the Omkara waiting, and U is the universal consciousness. We are that universal consciousness is part in us. So that's why we are that. Okay. So identify with that witness consciousness that has tools of body and mind. You are not your body, just the body. You have the body. You are not just your thoughts and emotions and mind. You have the mind. Okay. But who is that you? That witness consciousness, that conscious being. So we say this in this one. While we breathe out, we say Deham Naham. Body mind is not just, but I am beyond them, they are my tools. Koham Soham. If I am not the body and mind, who am I? I am the conscious being. Okay, that is the mantra. Okay, let's do that by assuming this, chin mudra. Okay, and then keep the hands both down on the knees. Now, close your eyes, but keep the gaze in the middle of the forehead. And close your mouth and take deep breaths through the nose. And when you're breathing in, ko hum so hum. While breathing out, be hum na hum. I will do alternate Sanskrit and English. Ko hum so hum. Be hum na hum. Who am I? I am the witness consciousness. I'm not just the body and mind, they are my tools. Ko hum, so hum, de hum, na hum. Who am I? I am the conscious being. I'm not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Ko hum, so hum, de hum, na hum. Who am I? I am the witness consciousness. I'm not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Ko hum, so hum, de hum, na hum. Who am I? I am the witness consciousness. I'm not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Ko hum, so hum, de hum, na. So, open your eyes, and now we completed almost the entire routine of the our practice. Now I'm going to take you to body scan of your entire body. If you're sitting down, ideally you should be lying down. But for now, I will be sitting. I'm sitting down. I'll show you how you can have this artful awareness of the body and relax it. Okay. So this is developed from what's called shavasana. Shavasana is corpse pose, dead man's pose, right? So what you do here is, as I repeat each part, contract and release it. Breathe in with contraction, breathe out with relaxation. And you do each part upon my voice. Okay, you don't do it by yourself. You record your voice and then follow that out. Okay, but you can do it with anybody who is doing this. Okay, so first we're going to do from toe to head. Okay, so as you take the breath in, contract the toes. As you breathe out, relax the toes and bring up the whole feet up at the ankle as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax. And relax your calf muscles as you breathe in and breathe out. Contract the calf muscles as you breathe in and relax the calf muscles as you breathe out. Now around the knee, feel the knee and muscles contracted around it. Patellas contracted. And as you breathe out, relax. The same with the thighs. Contract the thigh muscles. As you breathe out, relax the thigh muscles. Come to the hip joint. Feel there you are contracting the muscles around the hip joint. Now relax them, buttocks and everything. And as you go to the lower abdomen, contract it as you take the deep breath in. And relax as you breathe out. Upper abdomen. Side of the abdomen. Chest muscles. Shoulders. Elevate them. Arms. Contract the forearms. Relax while breathing out. Fingers. And relax. Now go to the neck. Contract the neck muscles and relax as you breathe out. Now pick up the platysma. Now around the jaws, around the mouth, cheeks, eyes, both ears, forehead. Raise the eyebrows and relax. Top of the head, back of the head, and the side of the head. Like that. Each muscle group you identify, you contract as much as you can and let go of them. Then your progressive relaxation of the entire body. Okay. There's more ways to do the Shavasana. I will do them later. Okay. So this is a morning routine, and this is the art of awareness of the restfulness. That is the one that we're going to do as a podcast now, and I hope everybody is ready for that. And this is something we'll talk about in modern terms and also in ancient. Okay, so come back and sit down, and you can see me, and you can ask me questions, and you can. Okay. So there are 29 members here. thank you for coming. And of course, some my sister is also there, really. And, okay, now this is a podcast we are doing Monday to Friday, every day from 9 to 9:30 maybe, or if the topic takes more and people have questions or comments, we can do that. The idea is, can we be wellness oriented? Can we be really holistically well? That means our body is strong, flexible, energetic, really not having aches and pains and all that. And also, can we have a mind that is sharp, that is having good memory, that is creative, that helps us with our intellect and all that? But also, it is not really lost in thought, okay? But being in the awareness, very important. And also, can we have a heart? We have a heart, but can we show it in the work, in life? Be kind, compassionate, understanding, friendly, things like that. Okay. So if you have all these three like that, then you are landed up in your inner spirit. That is the holistic health. So there are so many components of it. Being free of physical illness, but also really in the pristine form of wellness which we are born with. Maybe some genetic abnormality will have some problems with it. But generally, we are born with a good health. We spoil it by our lifestyle. That's why we have so much of chronic disease and all. So, as I saw that, I want to help people to be living well for a long time and also living in joy, enjoying their life, enjoying their relationship, enjoying their work. So, that's what I was doing. Okay. And as we talk about these topics, you will see how relevant they are. Today, the topic is art of awareness, right? So this is so more like I treated it like the art of restful awareness. Restful awareness. Okay, so rest is true rest is not sleep alone. It is being in awareness without effort, so that you don't have the continuous churning of the thought, chattering of the. Suppose you have a problem outward, if you can keep quiet, if you can be cool and you are balanced, you can handle the problem better. But what happens? We get immediately fear, worry, concern, whatever it is, and then we get caught in that emotional turmoil and the intellectual turmoil and all the thoughts going on continuously. That is the bane of the modern man. On top of it, we have so many stimuli that make us think all the time. You are not resting with your awareness and then stay there. So, true rest is not sleep alone, it is awareness without effort. Actually, we have that. We have a choiceless awareness, but we impose our own mind, our own thinking, our own knowledge, whatever it is, onto that awareness and push it to the back. But and then let the thoughts occupy our mind to an extent that you are chattering all the time, which is not good for you. Okay, so modern medical view of this is there are so many stages of sleep, brain waves, and lymphatic cleansing and all that. Okay, actually, even if you take the modern viewpoint, metabolic uh, reset of the brain is done when you are in a deep sleep, not when you are in lot of dreaming. I mean, deep sleep is different than dreaming. Actually, what happens is when your body is tired and the mind is want to sleep, then you will go into a short stage of sleep where you will be dreaming, and then you slip into the deep sleep. It's like important how much you have the deep sleep. Okay, if you have sleep for 6 hours, but you have been tossing and turning and getting up and going back, that's not deep sleep. In the deep sleep, really something happens to your metabolism of the brain and the body, and they are naturally detoxified. So you are losing on it if you don't understand the need of the deep sleep, and also you don't really learn about it and practice it. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Sleep pretty deep, okay? Because I do certain things. What do I do? First of all, during the day, I'm attentive to everything. One task at a time. Whatever I do, I will give my complete attention to it. I don't want to bring in so much of data, so much into the future, but more like a what is in front of me, I perceive. Then I engage my body and mind to do that with the capacity of my body, capacity of my mind. That is way different doing automatically. Okay. So whatever you do, pay attention. Like I am talking to you, all my attention is on this. How can I improve people's wellness? By increasing their better sleep and rest and all that. How about the best way to do that? Paying attention during the day. And then as the night falls, as you're about to go to sleep, eat 2 hours before you sleep. And then lie down in bed and unwind your body, like I showed you, the Shavasana, the calf's pose and all. And then unwind your mind. Take out all the junk, review all the reactions, and dump them. And then you will slip into the sleep and you will have a deep sleep because your body is relaxed, your mind is relaxed. Most important is the you really have to understand what is the deep sleep, and how much deep sleep I can have. This is very important for people with the diabetes because they require that metabolic revival. Okay, so it is very very important to do that. Okay, so in ancient wisdom, yoga nidra. This is a consciously you are resting deeply. So that's a separate thing you can learn, and how you calm your mind, how you really slow them down. So for that, you want to gather all the thoughts together into one thought and go beyond the thought and then rest in that. Okay. This is very difficult for patients because people will really make their own networks of thought, which take life on their own, like machine learning. Okay, so you have a default neural network that you have created that is acting on you all the time. So which you don't want to do that. Okay, so what you do is you during the day pay attention to everything. Don't think multiple things and do things. That is the problem with the multitasking. And you can have your goals, but you have a process to reach the goal, right? You have a plan, you have so many steps. So each step you pay attention to that, completely only to that. Like I do. If I have only one patient in front of me, I don't want to think about all the other patients. I want to see what I'm here for. What is he suffering from? How can I diagnose? How can I help? Even people call me just like that because they are having some difficult situation in life or pure suffering. They call me, and my job is to attend to that. I take it pretty serious, okay, and I do that. Each person, each talk, each everything do. I kind of do. My inspiration was B.K. Iyengar, the great yoga teacher. He was very, very good. He had 13 million followers in United States, all long. Okay, so he was very successful, and he did so many 10,000 demonstrations around Europe. Okay, um, and each demonstration has maybe 20, 30 asanas, right? Wonderfully done. You will be amazed when he did that. But he said each asana he did, it was a prayer to his Lord. So he was not doing for credit. He was not doing to enhance his ego, but he is doing to help people so that they learn the yoga and then they physically, mentally, they are better. So it all depends on what depth you want to go. But physically, asanas he did several of them,
and see 10,000 demonstrations, these 20, 30 asanas. See how many asanas. But each asana he felt, I am worshipping my Lord. Whoever Lord is, it could be Allah, Jesus, or Krishna, whatever. But that is what he did. So he kind of surrendered his egotistical self to the divine. Okay, so everybody has divinity within, and you have to manifest that divinity, right? So always take time to unwind your body, take time to unwind your mind, and then invite the deep sleep that becomes the habit. But you have to do it all the you have to do it, you have to do it all the time. Okay, it's not just once in a while. Okay, so let the body sleep, but let your awareness of this stay awake. Okay, that is the what really accomplished yogis and sages and saints do. They sleep on not on thoughts. They empty the mind completely, but they sleep on the being. Being means awareness. Once you understand that, all your relaxation, everything will be very automatic. And then, because you are living moment to moment in awareness, you don't you don't you don't really go into that. Okay, so you are always alert, you are awake and in the moment. So as you are done with the moment, you don't take that to the next moment. If you can understand that moment to moment awareness and live like that in attention of everything that you do, most of the time people do that attention only when they are in danger, crisis. So imagine you are walking on a razor's edge, how attentive you will be, because if you slip you will be cut, right? People who experience plane crashes, the pilots, the minute from which it is falling and going to ground, they felt that's the longest minute they ever lived, because they're so attentive like that. If not that serious, at least apply, just check yourself. Am I in this moment now? I'm talking to people. Am I with this moment now? Or am I thinking ahead into what's coming up on my schedule or not? I never do that. I only do what is in front of me. And then that leads to the next one. That is next. But my whole day goes much better, and I don't have the brain fog. I don't have the fatigue because of the so many thoughts, so many chatter. Actually, thoughts take a lot of energy from you. Remember that. Okay, it's not just easily done. Okay, so this is the art of restful awareness. So we are going to use these talks. If you want to discuss about this, we can discuss a lot. But what is awareness? Am I aware or am I not? You are alert, right? You are awake, right? And you are aware of the world, right? Staying in that awareness is not possible for most people because they allow the thought to take over. They allow the thought so much that it makes its own neurological pathways, and the thoughts come from. So you are doing one thing and you remember something, or you want to bring in something because you want to think about, but you want to think about again and again and again, never ending, because those samskaras, the crude thoughts, they will make their own roadways in the brain, and they come on their own. So once you go on accumulating these thoughts that are not needed for the moment, they become the junk in your in your mind, and then you are always in that neurological chatter and thought. So you have relationships, right? And then reactions to the relationships and the encounters that you have, and then you carry them. So you got to have a system where you say, I'm not going to take in more than what I need. So what I teach is be in awareness. You wake up in the morning, you are aware of the world. You are aware that is day. You are aware that you don't have to name that, right? You are aware. I'm up. It's a morning time. The sun is shining or snow is falling, whatever. Then make a connection with the nature outside and make a connection with your inner awareness. Because just staying there by not allowing the thought train come in. You allow the first thought, then the next thought, then the next thought. The network will happen automatically so quickly you are not even aware of. That is the state of human condition now. But the ancient sages and yogis and all, they discovered we don't have to succumb to that network. You can use the thought to do things, respond with the thought, finish, and then end the thought there. Don't allow it to go on subsisting there. And that's why you want to be in the moment and consciously use the thought to get something done and come back to the moment, come back to the awareness. And if you can do that one time, you will be doing that all the time, right? You don't have to really do it because that consciousness, that awareness is choicelessly given to us. But we take it for granted. We don't even pay attention to it. We kind of pay attention only to the thoughts that are coming up and allowing them to get rooted in our mind. Suppose somebody cheats you, somebody really does harm to you, right? Then you react to it. You are getting hurt, you're angry, or you want to kill him, or whatever, right? But you don't allow it to subside just then. You allow it to grow into a big circle. That is the cyclical thinking. Thinking about it again and again, again and again. He might have done insult only one time, but you really creating the cycle thinking, you kind of consolidate that into your mind as samskar. And these samskaras will not go anywhere. They will pop up. So a lot of meditation, lot of mindfulness and all these things, they only concern about calming the mind, but not really understanding how thought works, where the place is thought is, what is the intelligence beyond thought, and how can be intelligent about each situation by perceiving what is in front of us. All that is not possible because you are automatically thinking. You are allowing unconscious thinking. So cultivate being in the present, being in the awareness, and then use your thought consciously and end them after the use is done. Then you will be healthy. You will be using thought healthily, and also you will not be carrying all the remnants and then suffer lifelong. How many people, how many intelligent people, how many very experts in their fields, the people, they suffer from this. But every day you have a chance of reviving that awareness, staying in that awareness, and then really using thought consciously. Okay, it is in your hands, but you don't want to dismiss because you have an ego, you have an intellect, you have senses, you think I know better, and that's why you are suffering. You may be knowing better, but are you free with that kind of thinking? I have discussed with so many people on these apps. I told them, do you have a moment of silence? And most of them say, oh, maybe occasionally, but I don't have it for a long time because you're caught in the network of thought. And you create your own suffering because of that. But if you realize our mind can think, but also can be still. Stillness is a function of our mind. Do you know that? You can be still, and that's a function. When the thought is still, your choiceless awareness comes out. And that is where you want to be restful. So if you have that restful awareness, that is the art I'm trying to teach you here. So there's a process. I made it simple for people to follow, but you have to do it. Just understanding is not enough. But understand it first. But then what? You got to do it. If you don't do it, then your mind will have its own network. It will form the default neural network that will work on its own, like a machine learning. Okay, the artificial intelligence, what we are doing, we are feeding in the beginning, and then they learn from those neural networks, and then neural network works on their own. And then they have so much material they can assess and tell us what is what. So that is going to take over this kind of chatter you have and everything that one will take over. But unless you learn how to be in the awareness artfully, restfully, then you are going to pay a big price. Not only you will be not having the jobs to do, not only you cannot participate in the life, but also you will be left alone with the worst of you, but not the best of you. That's why, as the artificial intelligence technologies come, learn this. Very important for you. So, how you wake up in awareness, how you allow your thought, all those things coming into you, and then proceeding on their own level, break that circuit. Be present. Don't be in your persona that you created for yourself. Don't have your opinions, your conclusions, your judgments. Okay, then you will be fine. Okay, so always think about that. Okay, get up in the morning, be aware. Then all through the day, only attend to the thing, one thing at a time, and after that, eliminate it. How you do that? If you are aware and alert and attend to one thing, next thing you do the same. Don't get lost in thought and do that. Okay, so after everything is done, you should be coming out really not accumulating any junk in your mind. But we have so much junk, so much of gossip, so many thoughts, so many stimuli, so many conclusions, so many arguments, so many things that go on, right? And nobody watches. Can I keep my mind not to absorb all this junk? Can I be pristinely clean? They don't, because they don't have any idea about it. Lots of it. Oh, I'm going to do meditation. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to say some word. Your mind will calm down. It'll come to center. But doesn't mean it does not allow the samskaras to be formed and to come upon their own. Are you aware that you are creating your own samskaras, your own ingrained thoughts, your own cyclical thinking? Suppose you have some people go to court for some land issues or divorce or whatever, right? And then when they attend to that, they are jumbled with lots of hurts, lot of angers, lot of things, right? And then when they come home also, they continue it. What use is this? It's not going to help you to resolve the dispute. It is only takes you away from what you need to do. Gather evidence, gather all the things that you need to win the battle. Your energy should be on that, but you're emotionally drawn and intellectually drawn somewhere else. That's why many people are stressing out, burning out, and not able to solve their life problem. They don't have the energy. Okay, this is why having this art of restful awareness is very, very important for you. Okay, and once you understand that, then you need to learn that. Be aware in the morning, delay the onset of thoughts, and through the day, be attentive to one thing at a time. And at the end of the day, clean your mind, vacate your mind, and then go to sleep. Okay. Any questions on that? Anything that you want to ask me? And I want to help you to understand better. If it is not clear to you, are you going to do this? It's up to you. But to make it clear for you, that's my job. That's why I'm asking the question. Anybody is doing it, tell me your experience. Anybody is kind of taken up these practices, tell me about it. And you have any alternate way that you are doing this and you are healthy, then you can tell me. You cannot be just clever and shrewd and self-centered and then expect these things to work. That won't work. You understand that, first of all, I'm not this body or the mind. I am this energy behind, the life force behind. Once you understand that, then you'll be able to see the activities of mind better. But you have created an ego, you have created an identity for yourself, and you want to see everything through that, then you will never have this restful state. Okay? It's not like a condemning or anything like that. It's a fact. Human condition is people are caught in the thought networks. And information age is bringing it much more. So, very important for us to learn. I'm happy I've learned this and I'll implement it automatically. It's a choiceless. Okay. So I don't have to stay. The only thing I have to watch is when I'm doing something, I'm completely attentive to that. People call me because, life has so many problems and then life hits us. No matter how much we planned and all, how are you reacting to it? That is the real thing that you understand. You remember the two arrow theory of Buddha, I always tell you? That's a very great one. Buddha, he was a prince. He was like a big deal, right? And then his father asked the astrologist when he was born, um, tell me what you would be. They kind of have that science of astrology, and then lots of times they are very accurate too. And the astrologers come and study his stars and everything, and they tell him either this boy is going to become an emperor of great proportions, or he will become a sage of great proportions. Okay, his father wants a business to continue, wants his son to be expanding the empire, but he is not interested in the sales business. Okay, so he wants to make sure that he doesn't have any impulse to become a sage. So he surrounds him with only pleasure, only good things in his palace, and also to the extent he wanted all the old people, all the people about to die, disease, and all that, they are parked outside the kingdom so that this kid, as he growing up, he won't see any episodes like that. So he's confined to the palace. He's provided all sorts of pleasures, and then name it, he has. So he has experienced all the pleasures and everything. But one day he ventures out of the capital and goes out and sees a person who is in disease, who is suffering, coughing, and all that. Then he asks the chariot driver, "What is that?" Then he says, "Oh, that is a disease. We all get some disease sometime." And this man never saw anybody with that kind of symptoms and all that. So he was shocked. And then they go further. Then they see somebody very old and bent and then walking. Then the prince asks, "What is that?" "That is old age. We all get old and then we become like that, feeble and weak and die." And that's another shock, right? And then they go and see a dead body, somebody carrying a dead body. And then he asks her, "Well, that is death. Everybody will go through." And he's very disturbed because he was not exposed to this from the child, right? So he was very disturbed. And then he asks a question: this is the sorrow. What is the reason for the sorrow? How can I find out uh, you know, the quest for the reason for the sorrow and the solution of the sorrow? Do I have to suffer or do I have a solution? So he doesn't get it in the palace. He only gets only pleasures and all this music, dance, and all that. So by the time he's already married and he has a son too, but the son is a small kid, and he wants to find out the truth about sorrow. So he leaves the wife, kid, and his empire, everything, and then rides off into the forest. Okay, and there he goes through so many educations and questioning people, the yogis, the sages, the saints, and all that. Nobody gives him an answer. Okay, then he finds it for himself by going inward and then finding that enlightenment, right? Buddhahood. When he achieved that, then he knew what is the reason for the sorrow. And he said, everything is kshanikam, kshanikam, only momentary, secondary. And then everything is not shashvatam. That means it's not permanent. It is temporary. You know, everything is really comes and goes, doesn't stay. Nothing is stable. Okay, and he says everything is empty, empty, empty of anything, meaning or something. So once you understand these three principles, then said, if you don't realize everything is transient, suppose you are really in sorrow right now because of your life, whatever happened, then if you don't realize that is also good, this too shall pass, right? If you don't realize that, then you will be suffering. Dukkham, dukkham, dukkham. So he found the way to really overcome sorrow. That is to realize everything is transient, everything is empty, everything is going to stay forever and go away. And so we don't have to really anchor into that. If you anchor into that, then you will be something temporary, you will be suffering. Okay. So that's what he is taught. And then roll forward, he kind of teaches so many people. He becomes old and 84 years old or so. He died at the age of 85. And when he's in 80s, when he is talking to a group of people, one of them rose up and said, Sir, you left the kingdom so that you can find the answer to the sorrow. You wanted to find answer to the disease, old age, and death. But you yourself have diabetes now. You are suffering from the disease. You have become old. You are 80 or some more years, and you're going to die too. So, where did you find? What did you find that relieved the suffering? Then he said, getting disease, getting old, dying, these are all facts that will happen to everybody, right? So that is the first arrow the world is throwing at us. That is inevitable. Like that, so many things come at us. World will try to hurt us. World will try to give us bad times. World will try to make it difficult to live and all that. That is all together only one arrow. That arrow you cannot escape. It will come to you. Once the arrow comes to you, that event, that whatever life thing, you don't want to really wrangle about it. You accept it, but then how you react to it is your second arrow. You yourself will put the second arrow in you. That's why understand your reactions and go through them and wash them. This you can do every day. What I call review of reactions. Before you go to bed, you look at the day in reverse order or whatever order you want, and then note down what are the reactions I have for these things. You are going to court, you are going to hospital, you're going to teach something, or you're going to do business. So many things come at you, right? People may cheat you, people may hurt you, people may want to really rob you, and all those things happen, right? Then how you react to that first arrow thrown at you is your suffering or not suffering. You understand? So, cultivating the art of restful awareness and in awareness operating and using the thought is the key. Tall order, because we have established this perpetual mind. Continuous. You all listen to me, and then, oh, yeah, it's good, it's something interesting. See, nothing happens. But if you listen and really apply to your life and see where I'm doing it on a daily basis, be in that awareness which is choicelessly available to us, choiceless awareness. And then use the instrument of thought to resolve the life issues, tasks, or whatever we aim to do. And then learn to stop the thought after that is done. Very tall order, I know that, but it can be done. It was shown. So they said, first of all, calm your chattering mind, stabilize them, and then prevent all sorts of modulation of the mind. Chitta vritti nirodha. And then when your mind is really still like that, and your inner self comes up. Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Your real inner self will come out. Okay? But you don't do anything about your chattering mind, the chatter, the noise, the clutter, then you have no hope. Okay? I think at this stage I will stop and I'll give you a chance to talk to me. Shami, what you want to ask anything? Shalu?
It's Within I lost it. I don't know why. The practice has to be continuous. When the situation is intense, sometimes it just,
Yeah.
that's why it depends on the practice.
Yeah, that's it. That's the practice.
Choiceless awareness, very much.
Yeah.
It
Arjuna
brings
tells the
in,
same thing to Krishna. Says in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, the warrior, he tells to Krishna, the meditation that you taught me are not working because my thought like a wind, it takes off itself and goes. Then Krishna tells, that's why that's true. He accepts it. He says, these your thoughts like a wind, they go all over. But you need two things. One is abhyasa, that is practice. Okay. And second one is vairagya. Vairagya to the world matters and all. Because you hold on to so many things so dearly, it becomes very tough for you to really act on that. You created a monster for which you are slave. So that's why the practice is needed to unwind that. And then also develop dispassion to all the things that you are holding dearly. And once you see the life is transient, once you see life is going to change, once you see that all these arrows will come at us, then let going is easy and this too shall pass. But you want it to be certain way because it is not there, then you are kind of, uh, in sorrow, in dukkha. Okay, so actually everything is in our hands, but lots of times because of the conditioning by the society, by the learnings, by the education, by the parents, the culture, so many things are created in us. Nobody bothers how this girl or this boy is developing, how they understand these faculties of body, mind, and heart and spirit, and do they have any idea about how to be using thought consciously but resting otherwise. I do that. That's a blissful thing. I don't have the botheration by the thought because thought is my slave, not my master. But we inadvertently make the master and then suffer the consequences. Okay? So understand that, Shermi, what I said about, practicing daily and also developing the dispassion to the worldly life. Okay? You want worldly life to be perfect, but not the interior. It has to be reversed. That is the big difference between the ancients and us. We want everything happen out there. We want our income right. We want our comforts right. We want all that. But we don't take care of our inner self, how we are feeling inside. Are we happy? Are we maybe transiently for some pleasures? But generally, don't have good relationships. Generally, all the people, and don't have proper resources, and don't have all this. Okay, but if you turn inward and realize the abundance that I always talk about, then you will develop the dispassion for outward things. Because if you think, oh, the money is a big deal, if you think the accumulations are a big deal, if you think all the pressures that come and go as a big deal, that is where the modern man is lost. But the people who realize pretty late. What I am saying is, get educated about this when you are young, and then you will be leading a balanced life that is coming from your center, and that's what is important for you, what is meaningful for you, what is purposeful for you will be evident. Okay, ask yourself, what is the purpose of my life? What is meaningful for me? Am I able to do that, or am I caught up with all this have things happening around? Anything, business, bankruptcy, relationship, divorce, separation, or dying, and all that happens to the people who love us, who we love a lot, and they love us a lot. Then you want that kind of thing to come back. You kind of don't want to accept the fact that everybody dies. Doesn't mean just casually, but understanding that phenomenon. Okay. So, anybody has any questions or comments on the new vibe? You can come up, and I'm going to close down in a couple of minutes. So, anything you have, Shalu? You want to ask me anything?
So, do you think we can control our destiny?
What?
I'm sorry, this may not be an appropriate question here.
Yeah.
Hmm. I always hear something like surrender.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. See, do you really surrender your ego? That's the question. Okay. People surrender to their Lord, to surrender to the life, to bigger things and all that. That means what I want, what I really want, that egoic self is not a big deal. See, problem from the ancient to the moderns is number one is ego concentration, the moderns, and profit orientation. So surrender is me and mine. Me means that ego, mine means all the things that you accumulated. They are not important. Your peace, your joy, your happiness important. So when you are in bhakti yoga, for example, devotional yoga, you are surrendering your inner egoic self or persona or personality, and also all that you accumulated in the life, the profits, the money, the accumulation, the comforts, and all that, they are surrendered to the Lord. So,
So
like a,
I was thinking a different definition.
hmm.
Surrender means I'm surrendering my decisions, I'm surrendering
No, no, no. That's not
my
surrender.
future things, everything to the God. Like, I'm
Ex-
just surrendering it. I don't know.
You are not
I'm just
surrendering
thinking.
when you are holding on to your own ego, your own conclusions, your own judgments. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. You are not really doing that vairagya. Much of the
Mm,
meditation is not successful in the Western countries is because they want to have the worldly life and hold on
mm,
to all the things in the life, and also they want this nirvana or peace or enlightenment that is possible when you serve. Indians are not doing any better. Ancient Indians
mm,
have surrendered, but the modern Indians are egotistical, both men and women, and
very much.
they want to say, "I am right," so I want to be proved right. I want to be validated. I want to be.
Mm,
Modern women also in America, and now that they have stepped away from egolessness of a mom, heartfulness of
mm,
a mom, and
mm,
so this kind of became a battle of sexes, like who is better now. But both are important for the creation, right? Both are equal.
mm,
For
mm.
me, actually, I look at not the sex, but the being.
Yes, sir, that's the best.
No, don't, not the words though. You have to really operate at that level, But if
Mm,
you say
mm.
males are egotistical, yeah, they have a lot more because they have been practicing that for much more than women. But
Very true.
yeah, but the
Very
thing
true.
is, women are
It's in the
equally
DNA.
egotistical these
DNA.
days. Yeah, women are equally egotistical. If you give them some authority, they will come out. And also, if you say, I am, that itself is a, but who is that I am? Not your ego, not your persona, but your presence. That is always working as a choiceless awareness. Are you in touch with that? Unless you surrender the ego and also all the accumulations and everything, as though because they don't have value really. Okay, you cannot just say, I will squash the ego. No, you can only make it as a slave, but don't be a master to it. Don't make it a
Mm,
master. Right? Suppose you want to go out, Sharmi, and you have to take a bus. You got to know the road. You got to know the what direction you have to take turns and all that, right? They will do
Yes.
that. For that, this ego is there to direct you through the life, but not to identify with it. That is a mistake we make. What we make is we think what we think about ourselves, what other people said about ourselves is us. But that's only a shadow of your real inner self, which is divine spirit. And that is there within everybody. That is the being I'm talking about. And you don't want to say, I'm going to worship somebody outside of me, but don't know that somebody or whatever the spirit that you're doing is in you, in everybody. That is the significance of namaste. You have
Yes.
see, Vivekananda said, my job is to make sure everybody realizes this divinity within themselves and manifesting the divinity in regular life. That means not being selfishly accumulating things and doing some pleasures and all that. It is about really living with the divine spirit of compassion, love, and friendship to everybody. So whatever you do will be like that.
Okay.
Surrender means not your ego saying, oh, I am slave to you. That is not surrender. Surrendering the ego itself is surrender. I want to be proved right. I am superior. That's not surrender. Okay, that ego is coming through. But if you say, okay, human beings all have inner beings, but they don't realize. That's why some of these people behave dastardly, and they may get some things, and they may control people. But then eventually, people don't like that. Look at anybody like a uh, um, Hitler. He also has this inner divine being, but he never manifested it. He never touched it. That's why his personal ego raked up the ego in other people too, and that resulted in war. That's the same phenomenon going on even now in households, in organizations, in countries. Think about it. When you see the 2 feet of the Lord, I'm giving one me to 1 feet and mine to the other feet. When you go to the temple, they kind of put a chadagopram on your head, and then you bend your head down and then prostrate to the divine self, right? But that divinity is not out there only, it is in you. That is the mistake people do. And they don't stay in that choiceless awareness, which is the divine self itself. Okay, then I will stop it here. And if nobody has any more questions or comments, maybe you are not thinking about this kind of things. Maybe it's the first time that you are listening. That's okay. But think about them. You don't have to accept anything I say, but anything that I say, question it, doubt it, go into it. Don't just listen and go. That will not have an effect on you. Remember the ancient way of 3 things you want to do when you are trying to learn anything. First one is Shravanam, listen carefully. Okay? And then Manana, think about it. Mana means in the mind. Think about it. Research on it. Question it. Doubt it. And all that. After all that exercise, you will come to know whether that is true or not. If it is true, Nididhyasana. Allow the truth operate in you. Don't just come and listen and go. That doesn't do any good to you. But reflect on it, think about it, and then make sure you allow it to happen in your life. You do physical, mechanical things, but you don't do the mental, emotional, spiritual things. You want to follow somebody, but you don't want to do your own inner question, inner quest for the truth. That is important. It's not about writing books. It's not about giving lectures. It is about turning inward and questioning our own tendencies that are called vasanas uh, samskaras, ingrained thoughts. Where did I land? Where was the condition? And all that. Okay, do that. Then you will make very use of even a single talk from anybody. Otherwise, you are listening and you're letting it go. Doesn't help you in any way. Okay. All right. Then I will take leave now, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. First morning routine, then this podcasting. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Kapil.
Yeah.